And hello, everyone. This is your girl Tish Dickens, CEO of Paint Teaser, where we help corporations, small businesses, and professionals improve employee performance and boost morale through team building art events. Welcome to a special Sunday edition of Feel Good Friday. I must apologize for not streaming at our regularly scheduled time on Friday, but that's okay. We're going to do it today. Better late than never, right? I have a doozy of a show lined up for you today, so I hope you guys are excited and ready to dive in. But before we do that, I must officially say hello to the fam. Whether you're tuning in live or you're watching the live stream, I appreciate all the love and the support that you guys give the girl. So, on the main stage here, we have our Facebook family, our YouTube family, our LinkedIn family, and Twitch family. Hello. And on the secondary camera here, the ones that have been with me since day one, my Instagram family. Hello. So today is basically going to be a continuation of the theme of last week, or I should say week before last now, since it's a new week. So if you tuned into the last episode, we were continuing our quest to find happiness through creativity series. And one of the secrets that we discussed was thinking outside of the box and experimenting, and how that can help lead to happiness. Now, I won't get on my soapbox again today about that. So if you want to see what was said or recap what was said, make sure you go view the last episode. But like I said, this is a continuation, which means what we're going to do today is we're going to do another new technique, which is going to lead us to our composition that we're going to do today. So what we're going to do today, we are going to do a still life of hydrangea. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Hydrangea flowers. Okay. So if you're not familiar with what hydrangeas looks like, I have a picture here on my MacBook. Hold on. And I got all these pop-ups. That's the thing about the internet. All these pop-ups and ads and notifications and yada yada. So, okay, so hopefully you guys can see that. I'm not really sure because the ring light may be putting a glare on it. But that's what they are. If that's not really clear to you guys, then just Google it. Google it is your best friend, okay? So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do hydrangea flowers, and we're gonna do the most prominent colors that you see those flowers in, which is we're gonna do a purple one, a pink one, and a blue one, which is the most common one. So before we get all into that, let me go ahead and adjust the cameras so I can introduce the supplies, briefly explain the technique, and then we're going to go ahead and dive in. And your girl's losing her voice, so you guys bear with me. Okay, so I think you guys can see there. And let's go over here. Say hello, you guys on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. And so we're going to adjust the camera here so you guys can see as well. Okay, that should be in view. All right, so as you can see here, I already have my canvas prepped. I made it a black canvas so we could have a black background. All I did was yesterday, I just painted it with black acrylic paint and let it dry overnight, because our background is going to be black, so the flowers will really be able to pop. Okay, some of the other supplies that I have some circles cut out a bubble wrap cut out in circles, I should say. I have 3 of them, because what we're going to do is paint these. These are going to be the base of our flowers. One is going to be purple, one is going to be pink, and then one is going to be blue. As you can see, I've already used this to do another painting. And so you can use bubble wrap, or if you don't have bubble wrap, what you can do is just paint them in circles, and you can use just a solid circle as your background. So that's an option as well. But I really like using the bubble wrap because it's going to give it a more textured base on the canvas. Also, I prearranged how I wanted the flowers to be on here, so the composition would be fine. I just traced it in chalk so I could see it. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to paint the base color for our flowers on here and press it down, and then we're going to build upon it. So in order to build upon it, I have several bundles of Q-tips. It's roughly about 9 or 10 of them, bundled with little rubber bands. And what we're going to do is do the highlights on top of our bubble wrap for the hydrangeas, but we'll get more into detail about that as we go along. Also, I have an actual leaf here. What I'm going to do is paint it and then use it as a stamp and press down around the flowers to give it a little more realistic look, because the ridges on the leaf will actually show up on the background. It's going to be beautiful. Also, of course, I have my heat gun to kind of speed up the process, to kind of dry the bottom layers in certain places so we can layer upon it without smudging it and making it look crazy. You know, I always have my handy dandy tweezers to pluck out any particles that have fallen on here that don't need to be on there. I have different size brushes here to help brush the paint onto the bubble wrap, as well as the leaf that we're going to use in the background. Now, if you have a paint palette, which I have, I was just too lazy to try to find it. You can get a paint palette, or you can use some type of clear sheet or whatever to mix your paints up. That's what this is for. And then last but not least, we need the paint, right? Any type of acrylic craft paint will do. The colors we're going to have today are purple, red, green, yellow, blue, and of course white. And it's important that you have white because we're going to mix it with these colors to make different hues or shades of the colors that we need to represent the petals and the different shadowing that we're going to have on our flowers today. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on. And so the first step is, you know, we want to clear our mind and have happy thoughts. And we want to breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. And we're going to bring our heart rate down. We're going to calm our minds, be in a mindfulness state, and only focus on the task at hand. Okay, so what I've decided to do is I want the blue one to be in the back, and then I'm going to have the purple and pink one in the front. So I'm going to start with my bubble wrap here, and I'm going to get the big brush. That way it can cover the surface in a shorter amount of time. So what I'm going to do is pour a little of this blue on here. I'm going to pour it on my, let's see, that's enough for right now. Okay, get the excess water off of there. Okay, I'm going to load my brush up with this blue. I'm wondering, I have a darker blue, No, I'm gonna stick with this blue here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this blue. And we're gonna go ahead and brush the bubble wrap with that blue. Get a nice amount on here. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, so that should be a pretty substantial amount of blue there. Just double check. Make sure I get all the edges there. Okay, looks like it's pretty covered. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna stick that in the water. Okay, so I already have it pre-drawn here, so I already know where it's gonna go. We're gonna flip this over and it's just gonna act as a stamp. We're gonna go ahead and sit it there where that circle is, and we're gonna press down. Make sure we get all that paint off of there. Okay. All right, I think that's good. And then we're going to slowly pull it up. All right, look at that. That is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's our base there. Hopefully you guys can see that, the glare. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to mix just a little white to it to lighten it up, to have like a medium tint of blue. We're going to add a little white and we're going to mix it. Let's see, get that white. Okay. Right now I'm going to get a smaller brush to mix it. Let's see, here's a smaller brush to mix that up really quickly. And then we're going to take our bundle of Q-tips and then we're going to put another layer of color. This is a lighter version of that blue. Okay, that looks mixed enough. I'll let you guys see that. So see the difference in the blue? That blue is a lot lighter than that. So that's going to be our second layer. Okay, let's get that excess paint off of there. Okay, let's take our bundle of Q-tips here and we're going to dip it in that paint. Make sure we get a good amount. Oops, one of those Q-tips didn't get covered. Make sure. Okay. All right, and then we're just going to go around and we're going to dot it in there, fill that in. Look at that, it's coming along beautifully. Just on top of there and fill that in. Okay. All right, now to finish it up, we're going to add a little more white and make that even a little brighter. And what we're going to do is we're not going to fill in the whole entire flower with that really light blue. We're just going to go more towards the top. We want to simulate light shining down from one direction. So it's going to be lighter on the top area than as opposed to the bottom area. So we're going to go ahead and add a little more white to brighten it up. Okay. And then take our brush and let's see, get that excess water off. And I should have mentioned you can have like some newspaper, paper towels or whatever to get the excess liquid off of your brush. And then we're going to take that white and we're going to mix that in. to make it even lighter. Okay, I may add a tad bit more white because I want that a little brighter than that. And like I said, it's just a matter of experimenting and eyeballing it, just like when you're cooking and you're eyeballing the ingredients when you don't necessarily have an official recipe. I know my grandmother and older family members, they were really good. They were really good at that, being able to eyeball things. Okay, so that should be light enough. So I'm going to take the other end here and dip that in there. And we are just going to go just kind of towards the top and to the side. And kind of feel. And if it goes a little outside the circle, that's fine because flowers aren't perfect. Okay. We'll add just a little there, but make sure that we. Okay, great. All right, so that's coming along nicely. Coming along just fine. Give a little bit more there on the outside. Oops, I didn't mean to. Let's see, now I gotta tidy that up. I dabbed one too many times and kind of messed that up at the top, but that's fine. We can, it's very fixable. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move right along to our next flower. And this time we're gonna go with purple. So we're gonna pour out some purple here. Okay. And take our bubble wrap. Get the bigger brush here. Get that. Look what I did. Oh my God, y'all. I just splashed that water. Hold on, I gotta go get a paper towel. Hold that thought. No, actually, I have some. Hold on. I have cotton balls here. Let's get that off. Ooh wee. See what happens when you get excited and move too fast? Okay. All right, we fixed it, y'all. And I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. I smeared that a little bit, but we can fix it. We'll go back and fix that later. Okay, so we got this excess water out the brush. And let's take our purple and and I should mention this is the bubble side that we're painting, if that wasn't already obvious. We are painting the bubble side. Okay. Make sure we get a good amount. I need to do this in the camera. My bad, y'all. All right. Make sure we have a substantial amount. Okay, that looks like that is a good amount there. So if you guys can see. All right, and so we have our pre-drawn circle there, so we'll know where to put this. And so we're going to gently lay that. And I kind of have it to where it's overlapping a little bit, just so it's close. It's really not overlapping that much, but okay, we're going to go ahead and press that down. Okay. Let's see, I'm looking at the time there. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna lift that. Oh, look how beautiful that is. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a little white to this as well to lighten it up. For our second layer, let's add a little white. Let's see, we're going to stick this in the water. And I'm going to add a little white to this. Come on, white. Okay. Oh, and see, I didn't even add the brush to the water. Okay, let's clean that off. Right, let's mix the white and the purple together. Yeah. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that beautiful light purple. Okay, should be mixed enough. Get that excess paint off of there. Okay, now let's take our next bundle of Q-tips and dip that in the purple. Make sure we got a substantial amount on there. We're going to go ahead and dot that. And now I'll bring this closer so you guys can see. And like I said, if it goes out the circle just a little bit, that's fine. Oops. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. Where's that? I'm smearing it. Ah, look at that. That's fine. We can fix that. Don't worry. I think a leaf is going to go there anyway to cover that up. Let's see. I'll bring this closer so you guys can see. By the time we finish putting all the shadows and the leaves and everything, it's going to come more together. Let's see. All right. That's good. I don't want to dab too much. Okay. Now we're going to go in and put the very light shadow part in. So what we're going to do is add a little more white to lighten it up more. Okay, here we are. Mix that. The excess water off of here. Move this heat gun over here so I have more real estate. Okay, and then we're gonna mix this white to make a really light purple. Look at that. It's so pretty. Okay. Excess paint off of there. All right, now we're going to take the other end of our bundle and load that light purple. You want to make sure you hold them together so it makes a nice cluster. Okay, and then we're going to go add that in there. Make sure I put a little more. Let's see, we need a little bit more. the top. Okay, so that's good for that one. All right, now we're going to move on to the pink one. So for that, what we're going to have to do is take some red and just add just a tiny bit of white, just a tiny bit. We don't want a lot because we want it to be like a dark pink. So we're just going to only add just a tiny bit. Come on, white. Okay, just a tiny bit of white. We're going to mix that up. Let's get our brush, get this excess water off of here. Okay, and mix that up. Okay, perfect. All right, and so let's see, let's get our last circle. And I drip water. How did I do that? The struggles of being an artist, y'all. Ooh, I have all type of drips on here, but that's fine. We can. It's nothing that paint can't fix. That's the one thing about art. Art is very forgiving. Any mistakes you made, you can easily fix them. And if you can't fix them, hey, you just do it again. Okay. All right. So that should be. Let's see, actually, yeah, that should be good. All right, and so now we're going to take this last one, put it on here. Actually, I think I want that a little redder. Let's put a little more red on that because that's a little too light. Let's add a little more red. Okay, there we are. Okay, open this up. We are almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay. Let's see. Let's get some of this red. Here we are. Okay. Pick this back up. We're going to put some of that red on here because I want it a little darker. It's still a little light for my taste. Do that in the camera. All right. Now let's go ahead and put this last one on here. Okay, we're going to sit it there. And press that down. Oh, is that? Ooh, I'm getting all type of, now look at that. That's right, we're going to clean it up. Don't worry about it. All right, no, this is a no stress zone. No stress zone. We're not going to worry about it. We can fix it. We're not going to stress about it, okay? And we're going to lift that up. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You guys can see. And ignore that little red spot. We're going to get rid of that. Okay. So now we're going to take some more red and we're going to add more white to it to lighten it up. Let's see. I hope you guys on Instagram can see. Let me kind of scoot over so you guys can see what I'm doing. My Instagram people. And add some white. Me and this white gonna have to have a conversation. Okay, there we are. All right, and then we're gonna mix Mix that up. Let's get this excess paint over here. Okay, let's mix this in. Okay. All right, that looks good and mixed. Okay, get that excess paint off of there. Okay, and now we're going to take up another fresh bundle of Q-tips and dip it in that pink. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and fill this in. Some more of that. Turning all which kind of ways. Okay, try to fill in. Make sure you kind of fill in the little black areas because you don't want to see any of the background through the flower. Okay, and now we need to lighten it, take it up a notch and lighten it a little more. So let's add a little more white to get a really light pink. Okay, there we are. And take our brush, mix that in. These brushes hold a ton of water, y'all. Gee whiz. Let's put this layer on top. Get that water out of there. Okay. And then mix this up to make that really light. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cheat a little bit and paint some of that on there. Okay, and then dip it. So I took the other end, the clean end, to get that white. Okay, and then we're just going to fill it in close around the top with the, let's get a little bit more of that. Fill that in. Okay. All right, now we got to clean up our background and do our leaf. I'm going to take, let's see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a leaf, let's see, a leaf there, probably a couple here, one there, and a couple over here. So what we're going to do is take, let's see, I'm going to take some black and go over that little red spot there that I messed up. So this is a hack, you guys. Just take a little of that black, put it on your glove. Bam, it's gone. Matter of fact, there's some other little spots over here too I want to get. Bam, simple fix. There. Can't even tell that spot was there. Okay, so now we're going to do our leaves. And then that's going to be that. If I need to do some tidying up, I'll let you guys know at the end. And then you can do that off camera. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take some green. We pour out some green paint. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint our actual leaf here and make leaf prints around our hydrangea flowers. Okay, so let's see, I gotta clean. Ooh, and I just flick paint all on the floor, y'all. What in the world? Okay. Ooh, your girl is just really messy today. What's going on? What is going on? But hey, we're having a party, so we're having fun. All right, so I got a little pink on there. That's fine. We'll get some black and fix that. Okay, so we're going to take our leaf here. We have an actual leaf. And we're going to paint the bottom side, the side that has the actual ridges on it, and paint it with green paint. And then we're going to use it as a stamp and stamp some leaves around these flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and paint that inside. Let me do it in front of the camera so you guys can see. Okay, I want to make sure I have a nice amount on here. It's that one little corner. Okay, so we got the inside covered there. All right, let's set that there. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to take this and I'm going to bend it this way so I have more control on how to lie it on here. So I'm going to take, let's see, I'm trying to make sure my gloves don't touch my flower. So I'm going to press it down here, then lie it down here, and then slowly press. Press, make sure, and then I want to make sure I press along that vein in the middle to make sure that gets on there. Take my finger, press that all along. Okay, and then we're going to lift that up. Okay, so most of the paint got on there. We can always go in. Let me put more paint. So we got to make sure we load it up with a ton of paint so we can get a perfect press. So we're going to do that one more time. Going to load that up with paint. All right. And then we're going to try that one more time. So we're going to lay that back where it was. And then what I'm going to do is take both fingers and press entirely inside that leaf to make sure we get a full leaf impression. Okay. All right. And then we're going to slowly lift that up. Okay, there we are. Let's see if I can. It's not perfect, but we can always go in and fix it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, we're going to do a few more, and then all the little finer details, I can do all of that off camera. I will explain what I'm going to do so you guys will know how to complete the project. So we're going to go ahead and load this up again. All right. And then let's see. We're going to do one here. Going this way. Okay. Lift that up. Okay, yeah, we can fill that in off camera. Right, load it up. I just want you guys to get a gist of what we're doing. Okay, we're going to do another one here on top of it. Actually, we have to do it sideways. No, actually, we'll just do it right here. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Okay, that's that. It's kind of going off the frame, but that's fine. Okay, let's lift that up. Right, then we're going to do one over there. Oh, I'm doing it off camera. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in my own little world somehow. Okay, and then we're going to do this last one here. Put that on there. And get that leaf impression. Okay, and lift that off. Okay. So I'm going to lift this up. This is not complete. So I want to stress that this is not complete, but this is a good start, you guys. This is a good start. So what I'm going to do is go in. I'm going to fill these flowers in a little more with some darker tones and then put lighter tones at the top. And then I'm going to take my heat gun and dry these leaves, fill them in a little more with the base green, and then turn around and highlight the veins and the other veinous parts with a more lighter green, basically a green mixed with some yellow, so you can actually see the contrast of the veins. So I'll do all of that off camera. And then, of course, you guys know I'm going to take video and photos of the final result. But so far, it is turning out fantabulous, if I say so myself. And let me adjust this other camera here. So, hello everyone. Let's say hi to who's on Instagram as well. Take this glove off. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, and let's go ahead and adjust this so you guys can see me. Okay, hopefully I will be in camera. So I hope you guys enjoy this experimentation, coming along this experiment and thinking outside the box journey with me. And it's so much fun. And as you can see, even if you run into obstacles or things you weren't expecting, there's always a plan B. There's always a way to fix it. And even if there isn't, you just start over. I mean, that's the name of the game when it comes to this game of life that we're in. And so the idea is not to stress about it, just accept what's going on, and either you fix it if you can. If you can't fix it, just start over. It's not that serious, really. So, and that's the attitude we need to have in life in general. And you'll be surprised. You will be surprised how things will work out in your favor. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, you always can reach out to me. Make sure you comment, like, and share this if you really enjoyed it. And I want you to continue this journey with me, you guys. So with that, thank you guys so much. Make sure you go to the website, www.paintteaser.com, to get a free resource there that talks all about how you can improve your life through creativity. Okay. And with that, this has been your girl Tish Dinkins signing out. And hopefully I will see you guys this coming Friday. Bye.